Meeting is in session. Let's stand. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Alright, Sarah, roll call.
Councilmember Pringle. Here. Councilmember Hicks.
Here.
Councilmember Jones.
Here.
Councilmember Ring.
Here.
Councilmember Bakke.
Here.
Councilmember Keith.
Here.
Alright, thank you. Everyone is present tonight. As you can see on our agenda, we do have a couple presentations before us tonight. So I'm going to start first with Early Head Start program here with ABCAP. We have Heather Roush. Hi Heather, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
Good.
Do you guys want me to come up there?
However you prefer to do it, it'll capture you if you're there, or if you want to stand and address, it's up to you.
I'm fine with sitting, but I did make a little packet for everyone. There should be enough for everybody here. I'll take one and pass it. It has a flyer for the car seat program, my business card, and then our flyer for our Head Start and our Early Head Start program too. So our car seat program is ran out of Early Head Start. So I am part of Adams Brown Head Start and Early Head Start, which is a division of ABCAP. My name is Heather Roush. I am the Early Head Start program coordinator, and I am the coordinator for the car seat program. So we collaborate with Children's Hospital in a program called Ohio Buckeyes Buckles, which is a division of Ohio Department of Health. So myself and 9 other of my coworkers are certified child passenger safety technicians, certified through Children's Hospital. And then the Department of Health, about 4 times a year, we receive a car seat shipment to our facility at ABCAP. So we receive convertible car seats, high back boosters, and bottom boosters. So our program can serve as long as baby is 5 pounds, a 5-pound baby, all the way up to that 10 to 12 year mark where they should be getting out of a booster seat and going into the regular seat. So we do a lot of education in the communities. We serve Adams and Brown. We use it as a recruitment event also. So like if you come to us and you have a child 5 and under, we're definitely going to try to recruit for our Head Start and Early Head Start program because we serve pregnant women and then children 0 to 5. But we also, the whole purpose is we want to make sure every child in Adams and Brown is in the proper seat and installed correctly. Typically, I'll be honest, I've been doing this for 19 years, at least 80% of the people that bring their seats in are using them incorrectly, or they're using the wrong seat, or they're not in a seat at all. That's another one. Usually after the age of 4, they seem to think that they can just go into a regular seat. So our program is great for if you have no car seat, but it is also great for if you have a car seat, but you're not sure you're using the right seat, you're not sure if you installed it correctly, and you're not sure if you're doing the whole concept right. Because if you've never had a baby and you are like totally lost, you have this new little person in the seat. But if you also haven't had a baby in a while, things change on a regular basis. So myself and the other technicians are completely always continuing our education. We recertify every 2 years. We're recertifying to make sure that we can install properly. So what they would do is if they need a car seat, they call my office. The young lady is named Cassidy. She's the one that does our classes. She would schedule them to come into our office. The class is about 45 minutes. They watch a video. At the end of the video, we go over the seat with them, the seat that we will be giving them that is brand new. And then we offer to install with them. We're not installing completely, we're doing installing with the parent. It's a hands-on thing, so that way, once they leave, they know how to use that seat also. Our program is only for parents or guardians. So unfortunately, like if Mama babysits for you, she's not gonna be able to get a seat. But if mom comes in and does the class, she gets the seat, but grandma's also getting that education, which we love to do. The more the merrier, the better that goes if everyone is educated on the matter. And then, you know, if they reach out, they're like, I have a car seat, I just don't know what I'm doing, then they can also schedule and come in and we'll help them with installation, make sure they're in the right seat. Sometimes they're not in the right seat, and then we just happen to have a seat we can give them right there on hand. So we do a lot of community events out in Adams and Brown. We just finished up from March to the end of this month. I believe we've done 26 events, and we've got like 6 more to go. We try to get out and about as much as possible. Our program started in 1999 when they started Early Head Start as a part of Head Start. I still go to places and they're like, you have a car seat program? It's like, it's been 25 years. I can't believe that like not everybody knows about our car seat program. We would love to like coordinate as much with any emergency response as possible because, you know, when you are a paramedic and you get to a scene and there's been a car accident, that car seat that was in that car can no longer be used. And in theory, insurance pays for those, but not everyone has full coverage insurance. If you have liability, you don't have the money to replace that car seat, and they're expensive. So that car seat needs to be thrown out, and unfortunately, some people, if it looks okay, they're still going to use it. In reality, it needs to be replaced. So we love to coordinate with cops, firemen, paramedics. That way, you know, if they had our information, they could just give it to mom or dad right there, and we would be able to hook them up right away with a car seat. They can't just walk into our office because unfortunately, we're not just a car seat program. We're also running Early Head Start too. So they do have to make an appointment with us, but usually it's within 1 to 2 days that they get into our program. So it's kind of the condensed version. He said about 5 to 10 minutes. I can talk at least about 30 minutes about car seat safety. So do you guys have questions?
Is there anything that you need from us, or is this more informational?
I would love to coordinate if I can with as many agencies as possible. So pretty soon the weather will start getting cruddy and that does limit it a little bit. We would love to set up at fire departments and have like an advertised, you know, we're gonna be at Georgetown Fire Department from 1 to 3 and we're doing car seat installation or inspections. And we can have car seats with us. That way if somebody shows up and they don't have the right seat or they're not using it right, hands-on is best. If we can be somewhere and they can just pull in, we can check the seat. It is hard for some people to get to us because of transportation, especially in Adams and Brown County. So I feel like the more I'm in the community, it'll be easier for people to get to us. Does that make sense? So love to partner and set up in somebody's parking lot. And
I think we've talked a little bit. I know Heather's talked about that, and I invited her to come today because I lost the battle with the car seat. Trying to put it for my grandson to a point of 20 years and the big difference in car seats.
yes.
And this is a great resource that's right here in Georgetown. We had mentioned about the possibility before the weather gets too bad, maybe having a day at the fire station, trying to get first responders, other community members. It's nice because it's county-wide, but it's also located right here in Georgetown. So definitely, it's a great program to take advantage of.
And when he said that about he lost the fight to the car seat, that happens more than we want to admit because when I took the job, they said they were sending me away for a 4-day training. And I was like, what? I had small children. My parents are foster parents. At the end of that training, I called my mom and I said, I do not know what we've been doing, but we've been doing it all wrong. So.
Absolutely, and I certainly believe connecting you with, well, first of all, Chief Enlow right here.
Here's my card.
And then Chief Rocky wasn't here tonight, but we did have dialogue about this just within the last couple weeks about making sure our fire department is prepared because I get a lot of people that knock on their door and need help. That it's a natural, let's go to the firehouse for help. So we want to make sure our people are equipped and know what to do too as well. So I think that's a definite get connected with Chief Rocky. So
wonderful. There should be a packet for him if you can pass it on to
yes.
him. And that is something, so when we do these certification classes in the city, most places, they're certified passengers, safety technicians, or they're firemen, they're EMSs usually, but it's mostly the fire departments. Here, we're one of the few, a couple places are health departments, but like in Ohio, I think we're one of like 3 early head starts that do this. So it's kind of unusual and people don't know to come to us. So that's
right.
The other big thing. I would love to get word out that you can show up and we will help you with that seat. So
absolutely, I like that. We will definitely get you connected. So.
Thank you very much.
Any additional questions from the group up here? No? Well, thank you. Thank you for coming out. We certainly appreciate it.
All right. Thank you guys very much. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
for the
Have a good
invite.
evening.
All right. Have a great evening.
Good.
All right, next on our list, we have Jason Hammonds here tonight, and Jason is going to give us an update on many things, including what's going on with things in the community that you've been working on. So
Yep.
I will allow you to take the floor.
Yep, sounds good. Well, before I do that, I've invited a guest as well. So this is Madison Glenn. She's the new economic development person for the county.
Madison,
So, yeah, if you want to stand up and say hello or just
Yeah,
wave and
it's nice
say.
meeting everybody. Give me a minute to learn everybody's names. I promise I'll get on the page eventually. But I'm excited to be a part of the county and help with the economic development in our communities and make it better for everybody. If anybody needs anything, just reach out and give me a call and I'll be happy to help.
Fantastic, thank you and welcome.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Yeah, I just have a brief, just a couple slides to provide a couple of exciting updates on projects. So, yeah. So this is most of you have seen this diagram before. So this is a conceptual site layout of the Port Authority Industrial Park property. So this is the old White Oak asset site on corner of Hamer Road and Mount Ora Pike. So one of the things, so I guess let me back up. For anyone who doesn't know or doesn't remember, the Port Authority, when it was established a couple years ago, we applied for a rural industrial park loan from Ohio Department of Development, and those funds were used along with some funding, startup funding from the village, to acquire this 41-acre site. We worked with Ready Cincinnati to receive some funding to do the site planning, environmental analysis, et cetera, on the site. And the outcome of that was this conceptual site layout that depicts, up to 3 different buildings of various sizes that could be constructed on the property. Part of the having success in economic development is having construction-ready sites. So we've done a lot of the due diligence already in terms of environmental analysis, wetland delineation, et cetera, utility connection analysis. So part of that infrastructure, of course, is an access road. The estimated cost for the road is about $2 million. And that was, engineered by a company called Verdantis. They're a large civil engineering and environmental consulting firm. So took that construction cost estimate and have been working to receive funding for the road. So you can, next slide. So we were recently awarded through the Ohio Department of Development a $1 million grant to pay for up to 50% of the road construction costs, which is a huge, huge win. So ODOD has, they call it their 629 roadwork development program. So worked, in partnership with OVRDC and Ready Cincinnati to help, promote the site and identify funding sources. But yeah, this was just approved within the last couple of months. So currently seeking additional funding to finish out the balance of the road construction cost through ARC's local access road program. I've also had discussions with Ohio Department of Transportation's Jobs and Commerce group as well. So very optimistic that we'll be able to find the remaining 50% of the roadway costs. There's also things, to help with that when we receive interest from a developer to construct a new building on the site. Joe and I were just talking earlier about how the community can utilize tax increment financing to help with infrastructure costs. It's such a great program because the developers still pay their full property tax. Those dollars are just reallocated towards public infrastructure. So it's spent on, roads, water, sewer, et cetera. And those investments stay in the community forever. So it's a really great opportunity, especially for smaller communities, to invest in themselves. It doesn't take any money away from any existing source. So very excited about this. It'll be a great next step. One of the things I'm going to be busy on in the next couple months, I don't know why everybody does their trade shows and industry conferences in October, but they seem to. But I'm going to be in Chicago 3 different times in October promoting different opportunities in the village, and in particular industrial companies to locate here. Next slide, please. One of the cool things about port authorities is we can do a lot of things with issuing bonds, et cetera, and Joe is involved in this and helping us review this and get it across the finish line. I was contacted by a gentleman with First Financial Bank, Todd Castellini. He used to be the Economic Development Director for the Cincinnati Port Authority. He came across my name. I think he and I spoke on a panel at Ohio Economic Development Association conference a few years ago when he was with the Cincinnati Port. But anyways, he reached out to me to see if the Port Authority would be interested in issuing a conduit bond for a project in Cincinnati. So port authorities can issue tax-exempt bonds to help pay for construction projects. What's great about this is there's zero liability to the port, the village, anybody. It's simply a conduit or a pass-through. Because Cincinnati Public Radio, who the project is for, they're a not-for-profit, so they can benefit from these tax-exempt bonds that port authorities can issue. So it helps reduce their overall project costs. But you can see here the picture, they're building a new headquarters building. What's really cool is utilizing this technology called mass timber, so it's a more eco-friendly way to construct the buildings. But yeah, it's about a 32,000 square foot new headquarter facility. What's even better is that port authorities get an administrative fee for just for playing this part. So the port, it's still a very new entity, but we got a $15,000 check that now Travis has it because he's gonna make sure it gets deposited in the bank account for us. But yeah, $15,000 to do this. So that's, again, one of the benefits of having your own community port authority. So, not to mention just great PR for Georgetown and the port to just play a big role in this really cool project regionally. I was hoping to have another really exciting update for tonight. It's not across the finish line yet. I don't know, just given all the hubbub about stuff, probably not. I don't think we need to go into executive session to discuss it right now. But stay tuned. I should be able to talk about it within the next, hopefully, week or two. But yeah, really cool. Port authorities have great powers in terms of real estate finance and real estate development. So it's a real estate development project that I think everybody will be really excited to hear more about. So,
Fantastic.
yeah. I know when I was going to be here on the 13th, and then I was trying to, get it done by today, but yeah, we're like that close. So,
It is exciting.
yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Questions from this group, comments? I encourage everyone up here, if you've not had time with Jason, to talk with him and talk about some of the things that he does and helps with. I would encourage you to do so. He's a great resource for us. I've lost count of how many years we've had him, but he was one of the best finds that we had over the years, and we're thankful that he sticks with us each year. He is certainly a wealth of knowledge for us and has been a huge help for this village.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. Oh yeah, and one other thing too, I did meet with Waldom Electronics today, and they're doing fantastic. They're up to 62 full-time employees now. So when I was talking with David Hagan, he remembers filling out the Georgetown Incentive Grant application, and I was talking to him about some strategies with some other potential state-level programs, and he's like, man, I wish we would have been a little bit more, less conservative on our job creation number, because we could have qualified for like an extra incentive amount. But yeah, they're doing great. They have a program now at the high school where they have 3 high school students working and earning high school credit for the work that they're doing there, and a paycheck. So yeah.
That's great.
How do you feel about that other $1 million for the road? Is that a pretty good possibility? Or?
I feel really good about it, and what's great about the Ohio Department of Development program is that they understand that it's hard for small communities to have all of your funding lined up day one. When there's it's real easy to write a check when there's zero uncertainty, right? They recognize that's not reality. So they provide a window of time to allow communities to, seek the rest of the funding.
And that's state money?
It is, yeah.
Okay. Do you think the other half would be also state money, or they're helping to look for in other ways?
I think Appalachian Regional Commission will be the very likely source of the remaining funds, yeah. And I have a good relationship with OVRDC. They're the conduit for ARC and U.S. Economic Development Administration funding. So yeah, I've worked with Carrie there, quite a bit. So I think we're in good shape. Yeah. With respect to additional funding from the state, when a company comes in to construct a new building, that opens a lot of, opportunities through Jobs Ohio, et cetera.
Right.
A lot of those are going to be company specific, related to the payroll and jobs they're creating. But yeah, it just,
And is that property, was it ever designed to access off of 68, or is it always gonna be on Hammer and Ohio?
most likely the latter, yeah. To get a new curb cut on 68 right there, that's a heavy lift, yeah.
Okay.
If we get like a corporate headquarters there that's gonna create 1,000 jobs, then we'll probably get a curb cut. They'll probably do it for free.
Right.
But under normal circumstances, that'd be a tough lift.
Yeah.
Good questions.
hmm And yeah, I've walked around the community looking at buildings with Jessica and Rebecca Varney, looking at possibilities to do things. So yeah, you guys have my email, phone number. If you ever want to pick my brain or just talk about an idea, yeah, by all means, I'm here as a resource to all of you in the community. So
We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
all right, yep.
All right, you're welcome to stay. Are you staying in town or are you going back?
Making a round trip, yeah. Yeah. So.
All right, well, safe travels.
Yeah, all
Thank
right.
you for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I'll be in touch, Joe.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Madison, do you have business cards or anything?
I do have my car. I can run out and grab you guys some.
We could probably use some. So
Sure,
we can
I'll
get
get them and bring right back in.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. So.
Okay.
moving-
Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Moving along on the agenda, public comments. I think everybody is exited, so no public comments tonight. So we're going to go right into our general business. And item number 4.1 on the agenda is the regular council meeting minutes from June 24th. Take a look at those. If you have any questions or updates, please let us know. If not, when ready, we would entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
Councilmember Baki has made a motion to approve the meeting minutes. Is there a second?
Second.
Second provided by Councilmember Rain. Tara, roll call.
Councilmember Pringle? Yes. Councilmember Hicks?
Yes.
Councilmember Jones?
Abstain.
Councilmember Ring?
Yes.
Councilmember Baki?
Yes.
Councilmember Keith?
Yes.
All right, motion passes. Thank you. Item 4.2 on your agenda is the meeting minutes from July 9th. Again, take a look at those. Any updates, questions, edits, please let us know. And when ready, we will certainly entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Councilmember Jones has made a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second provided by Councilmember Baki. Again, Tara.
Councilmember Pringle? Yes. Councilmember Hicks?
Yes.
Councilmember Jones?
Yes.
Councilmember Ring?
Yes.
Councilmember Baki?
Yes.
Councilmember Keith?
Yes.
All right, motion passes. Thank you. Item 4.3 again, meeting minutes from August 13th, and same rules apply. Any updates, edits, questions, please advise. Otherwise, when ready, we will entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
Councilmember Baki has made the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second provided by Councilmember Hicks. Tara, roll call.
Councilmember Pringle?
Item 4.3.
No, her
Oh,
Yes. Councilmember Hicks?
Yes.
Councilmember Jones?
Abstain.
Councilmember Ring?
Yes.
Councilmember Baki?
Yes.
Councilmember Keith?
Yes.
motion passes. Moving along on the agenda, item 4.4 is a liquor license transfer that we have here in the Village of Georgetown, and it looks like it's for Party Place here on the south side of town, and just looks like they have an ownership change. So our role in this, we are advised of the change and the ownership change. We do have, I don't know what the terminology is, but we do have opportunity to stop that essentially if we so chose. Otherwise, if we take no action, nothing, we're saying we're okay with it. So, again, it looks like, it's just an ownership change, and, they're filing with the state to get that liquor license transferred. Is there anyone here with any questions or reason that we should oppose this?
I mean, it all goes to the state. I mean, the state handles it. There's really no need for us to get involved, right?
I mean, if it were something where we were having issues or police were responding to issues there, serving underage, different things that could go wrong, then yes, absolutely, we would want to stop this.
Well, we don't have any of that information.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, we did check with our chief and we don't have issues,
Yeah.
police issues with that.
And that's a party place next to Dollar General?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, if somebody would like to oppose this, please speak up. If not, we will continue on. Moving along, item 4.5 is a resolution for the skate park, and Council President Frankel? Council President Frank? Can you read this by title for us?
A resolution adopting rules for the skate park located in Catherine Hanlon Park.
All right, and I know this is something, I can't remember if this is a second reading,
We
first
touched
reading?
on it last meeting, but I had failed to attach the actual rules, so we tabled it.
Okay, so this would be technically a first reading?
It's a resolution.
Okay. Sure. So, do
We
you
need
want
to
to,
take it off the table?
We put it on the agenda.
Yes.
Whoever makes the motion to adopt can say to remove it from the table and adopt, just to cover us.
and Travis, a little bit of insight why we have this?
So yeah, as you know, we transitioned to a new liability insurance carrier, and so when they came out and did our review of any risk, this was one of the things they recommended, that we add signage to that and the new playground equipment. And the reason we're asking for authorization for this as opposed to the playground equipment signage is because we're asking for the participants of the skate park to utilize safety gear like helmets and that type of thing. So by council passing of this resolution, it would allow us to try to enforce that.
I have some questions about the rules.
Okay.
Where did we get those from?
These were created by the liability insurance carrier.
I do find it a bit confusing. It says skateboard park rules. The number one, skating is restricted. Skateboarding or skating? Like, when I think skating, I think of roller skates.
Or ice skating.
Well, we don't allow that.
Premium would really go up for the insurance. Ice skating.
Do you want to say skateboarding is restricted to the skating area?
Maybe. I just think it's a little confusing.
Well, I mean, my question is, do we not allow rollerblades?
Pretty
That's-
good rollerblades.
That was another
Yeah.
question too.
So I think it's comfortable.
Yeah, I think they refer to it as the skateboard park, but the rules themselves are a little more restrictive. You're right, it addresses all skating. So I think that's how I would look at it.
Okay.
Is there a sign there?
There's no sign.
Yeah. So I mean,
But we could change the name to just skate park rules.
yeah, we could do that if you think it's more clear. Would everyone be okay with that?
That's one. Are these rules gonna be posted up there, by the way?
Yeah, there'll be a big sign.
I'm assuming we're gonna probably metal or something where it'll.
Yeah,
Somebody spray painting it or.
yeah, it'll be a sign that we can clean those.
And then my other question, shouldn't we suggest that everyone wear protective helmets, elbows, pads, knee pads, wrist guards, not just, parents should require their children, because there's adults out there too.
I mean, we live in a state where you're not required to wear a helmet to ride a motorcycle, so I guess that would be the equivalency.
See, as a guy that does utilize the skate park, I would hate to wear a helmet. I would hate it.
I don't think,
So-
I'm not saying that we should say it's required, it just says all parents should require their children.
But I agree with Travis on that, because you, as an adult, you can choose to wear a helmet on a motorcycle or not choose to wear a helmet. So I would look at it like that as an adult, it's up to you.
I guess it would be the same thing as if your parents don't require you to wear any protective gear and you get hurt, right? I mean, your parents are there, they saw it, you didn't
Yeah.
wear it.
And that's
It's
why
on
we're
you.
putting the signs up essentially, yeah.
Or in your own driveway and they don't require you, or don't, your parents don't make you do it and you get hurt.
Is there any wiggle room on 9 with no bicycle or scooter? The only reason I ask that is scooters are huge, and from time to time there is a BMX bike that goes up there.
Yeah, I don't know that it's designed for that.
Yeah. BMX might be a stretch because the ramps are small. I think there's plenty of space for a scooter though. Like the little razor scooters, little two-wheel, because there's a lot of kids that do the
Yeah, I mean,
adult
it's
skateboard.
basically a skateboard with a handle, right?
But
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
to- What about electric scooters, where you have to state? Because they're
Yeah,
very
I mean,
popular right
It's true.
Those small
Yeah, and an electric scooter, right, I would,
would be fine, but.
So maybe we can change that to,
electric scooter?
yeah, no bicycle or electric scooter usage.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Is it concrete? Is the whole thing concrete or is it,
No, the ramps are metal.
Yeah.
oh, the ramps are metal, okay.
Concrete under.
We would like to look at something concrete, skate park in the
Kind of
future.
like half pipe?
Yeah.
And then we need to fix the phone number.
No,
Yes,
I might dig it for him, though. Hey, yeah, totally.
she had already. She has dibs on it.
So then we would adopt it as edited?
As
or-
amended.
We can make a motion to adopt as amended, as long as everyone is in agreement with all the amendments. Otherwise, we have to vote on it separately.
Alright, so any additional discussion around the document itself? Alright, if not, and someone wants to make a motion, you're more than welcome to.
Make a motion to take the resolution off the table and approve as amended.
Second.
A motion has been made by Councilmember Bakke, with second being provided by Councilmember Rain. Tara, roll call.
Councilmember Pringle,
Yes.
Councilmember Hicks,
Yes.
Councilmember Jones,
Yes.
Councilmember Rain,
Yes.
Councilmember Bakke,
Yes.
Councilmember Keith.
Yes.
Alright, motion passes, thank you guys. Alright, item 4.6 on the agenda is another resolution for us to look at, and Councilmember Pringle, if you can read it by title.
A resolution authorizing the village administrator to enter into non-exclusive license agreements for the scheduling of field use and other events and the collection of associated fees for athletic and other events in Catherine Hamlin Park.
Alright, thank you. Travis?
So this is another, suggestion or recommendation from our risk carrier. And this is something that we did in our prior community. So this allows for non-exclusive use. It allows the organizers to schedule events, and then it just covers, you know, the liability because we have a contract in place. What it doesn't do is give them authority. It's still, just because they have a license to do this does not mean it's not a public park. So they can't like charge admission for people to come spectate or require people not to bring coolers that they have to purchase during concession. It's public park, so you're welcome to, you know, bring in a cooler or spectate for free. So this just covers the liability of that being scheduled. It specifies what they're responsible for and what we're responsible for. And there's at least two groups, the baseball, softball group, and then the soccer group that we will be working to get contracts executed with, and they're aware that these will be coming, and they're fine with it.
Questions?
Who's the scheduler for the fields?
The organization that does it. And then there's no fee involved, it's just an annual contract that we execute.
How many different organizations are there? Is there just one, or is there
There's at
multiple?
least two, the softball, baseball, softball is one, and then soccer groups.
Okay. And usually do those usually have anything to do with the school, or are they usually not associated with the school sports?
I don't
Well,
believe
separate,
it.
isn't it?
I think they're separate, yeah.
And do they pay any type of fee?
There'll be no fee charge for this now.
But should they?
I mean, we could. You know, what we do is work with them to provide, help assist with maintenance of the fields. You know, maybe certain years we'll purchase the ball field dirt, and then next time maybe they'll raise funds for that. They purchased equipment to drag the field, and we've supplied the shed for them to store their equipment in. So it's a give and take. But yeah, certainly council could decide to charge a fee for that.
Have most of the organizations kept up on have they done a good job of working with the village
To
and
my
taking
knowledge,
care of
yes, we haven't had any issues. It's not always been the case in the past that I've had experience with. You know, occasionally you'll have someone who tries to take way too much control, but we've not had that here.
Hey Joe, does any other communities charge these kind of organizations a fee?
Yes. So you can do it. There's a lot of different ways you can do it with license agreements. Some charge a fee for the right to be able to do it, some don't. Some are revocable, some are not, some are exclusive. This is non-exclusive. So this was actually empowering him to do this for multiple activities, sports, and events. So I think the answer to your question, and Travis can qualify it, but it may vary depending on how much work's involved or what sport it is.
Because I think we want to be careful charging by the time a parent pays for equipment and the organization has to pay umpires and all the other things they have to do. I mean, that's just my opinion, but I think that just puts more burden on the families to try to get the kids out to do sports. So that's just one additional cost. So I mean, myself, I would be opposed to charging those organizations that have used the park for years. I mean, if it's a special event that's going to cost us money for some reason, that we got to provide extra services for, then that would be a different story. But that's not out there for, I think, as long as that park's been pretty much in service. So.
Right.
In the future, if we were to, you know, incur undue time or effort and it's something new that we needed to take care of, but we wouldn't normally be taking care of with public park, I think certainly would be something we would want to consider at that time, but I'm not aware of anything like that now.
Or I'd say if the organizations weren't as back and forth with us, right? We spend our resources, they're spending theirs back and forth, you know what I mean? So.
Right. And maybe their fee, maybe one of these days, we can get them all together and pick up limbs and sticks and make them help pick up the park or something. Instead of charging them money, we have to clean up there. Yeah, because I like Andy said, I mean, that fee would just be passed on down to all parents anyways, and every time you come home, there's a new fee, so, yeah, I wouldn't wanna charge me, as long as everyone's pitching in.
Additional comments?
I'll make a motion to approve.
A second thing.
Councilmember Jones has made the motion to approve the resolution. Second provided by Councilmember Keith. Tara, roll call.
Councilmember Pringle?
Yep.
Councilmember Hicks?
Yes.
Councilmember Jones?
Yes.
Councilmember Ring?
Yes.
Councilmember Bakke?
Yes.
Councilmember Keith?
Yes.
All right, motion passes. And two things, I don't think we did a resolution number for the skate park, and we need a resolution number for this one.
Skate park is 1444-1444. This one is 1445-1445.
All right, passes motion, or resolution number 1445. All right, thank you. Item 4.7, looks like we have an ordinance on our agenda, and Councilmember Pringle, if you can read it by title, please.
An ordinance extending the second phase of the downtown construction relief program for the village of Georgetown, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
All right, thank you. So this is the second part of the program, which we talked about last month. Travis, give us a little more detail.
Sure, yeah, so as you know, last time we did talk about this, and it was decided to go ahead and use the remaining funds that we had in place, and we've done that. We still do have a few applications that we have not been able to process. We had utilized the 30,000 that we had initially set aside, so it's up to council now to authorize that by appropriating more money for that purpose.
How much more money do we need, Travis?
We went ahead and put, I think, 30,000 more in there to cover it. I'm not sure that we will reach that, but it's there. Yeah, we've seen some companies apply or some businesses apply that had more losses than the first phase. Some they had lost 1 to 2 months and did not the second month. So it's not across the board that's been worse, but some have been worse.
Thoughts, comments, questions?
Is there any need to reduce utility bills again or anything like that?
Yeah, we did go ahead and waive that for an additional 2 months.
Okay, so up to 4 total months of
4
utility
months.
bills. Now, are we doing the same group as we did the businesses and, okay. And do you think this 30,000 would cover?
I do. I don't have any reason to think that it won't.
Okay.
Seems like everything's moving along pretty quickly from what I see from every 2 or 3 days that they're moving.
Yeah, next couple of weeks could be a lot of change.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the businesses, I'm assuming, will be accessible, even though they're still doing pavers and dirt work and signage and wouldn't you think in the next couple of weeks, a lot of the parking spots will kind of open back up, even though there's still gonna be construction equipment up there, but it should be getting better.
Yeah, definitely, it will be getting better. And I think that the detours will end probably a week or so after Labor Day. But yes, we have a lot of those mysteriously sunken sidewalk sections now have pavers in them, so people are discovering that that's actually gonna work and they're able to walk through that. So, yes, every week it's getting better for the businesses.
Additional questions?
Well, it just seems like some of the harsh comments from earlier are not so harsh now that things are moving along.
Isn't this the way it always happens?
Well, yeah.
Tony?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
it's the way it is. You gotta weather the storm.
that's right.
The larger areas out in front of the restaurants and stuff that can be used for like outdoor seating. Is that all gonna be on each individual restaurant, or does the village have anything that's,
I think
Do we
the
gonna be
intent is to look, once we get all the landscaping in place, it'll probably be maybe early next spring, we'll get pricing on putting in seating areas and tables. But that way the village can maintain uniformity. Plus we know that it's an appropriate grade that won't blow away the first storm that comes through. And
as I was installing a bunch of aluminum handrail for a handicap ramp this week, it crossed my mind that type of material being used uptown, how nice it would look, and then I kind of thought the same thing about uniformity and the businesses all looking the same and using a similar material, and I didn't know how we would go about that, whether it was a village thing or working right along with the restaurants and businesses.
I mean, it would be different if you had a restaurant that cordoned an area off to sell, to seat people for serving food, that would be on them. These are public spaces where
Okay.
people might purchase a drink, come out and sit in this way. So I think it's certainly justifiable for the village to provide that seating. And that's the goal of this project, is to make it more walkable and more utilized.
Right.
All right, so as far as the relief program, it looks like we've suggested 30,000 to set aside for the program. Again, we think that will be more than enough at this point, but just don't want to have to come back at this point and ask again. So if this is something that you guys are interested in doing, we certainly just need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Councilmember Jones has properly made the motion with Councilmember Baki providing the second. Tara, roll call.
Councilmember Pringle,
Yes.
Councilmember Hicks,
Yes.
Councilmember Jones,
Yes.
Councilmember Ring,
Yes.
Councilmember Bakke,
Yes.
Councilmember Keys.
Yes.
All right, motion passes, and that is ordinance number
1421, 1421.
1421. All right, thank you. Item 4.8 on your agenda is another resolution, and Councilmember Pringle, if you can read that by title.
A resolution authorizing the administrator to enter into an agreement for the purchase of an ambulance from Elite Ambulance Sales and declaring an emergency.
All right, thank you. And Travis, I know this is something that's been ongoing, we talked about last month. I'm looking to get a new ambulance for the fire department. Any additional detail?
So yeah, we are having continued issues with one of our ambulances, and in case of an emergency, we are able to do this without having to go out for sealed bidding, so we can get an ambulance in here and get it functioning.
So that is what we are looking to do. Questions, comments?
Now, does this 240,000 come out of like their fund or?
So what we did was we took half out of the long-term fire fund, which is set aside for this purpose. The other half is coming out of the general fund.
This is the same ambulance we were talking about last
Yeah,
meeting.
we appropriated it a couple of meetings ago.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I second that.
Councilmember Pringle has made the motion with Councilmember Keith providing the second. Tara, roll call.
Councilmember Pringle,
Yes.
Councilmember Hicks,
Yes.
Councilmember Jones,
Yes.
Councilmember Ring,
Yes.
Councilmember Bakke,
Yes.
Councilmember Keys.
Yes.
All right, motion passes. Thank you, guys.
Do we have a expected date when
Yeah, Joyce told me to go next week and get those.
And that was ordinance, resolution number, what was the resolution number, Tara?
1446, 1446.
All right, moving right along, guys. Item 4.9 is a supplemental appropriation. Councilmember Pringle, if you can read it by title.
An ordinance making a supplemental appropriation for the Village of Georgetown, Brown County, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Alright, thank you, Travis.
So this is, appropriating funding because we had used, this fund for the business relief. We're now appropriating funding for, the, Beers and Steins event that we're having, on October 10th.
So we're kind of doing a refresh on the funds so that we can, have some events between now and the end of the year, a couple of events. Alright, any questions? If not, certainly would entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Councilmember Baki made the motion with Councilmember Hicks providing the seconds. Give Tara a second to catch up, and roll call please.
Councilmember Pringle?
Yes.
Councilmember Hicks?
Yes.
Councilmember Jones?
No.
Councilmember Ring?
Yes.
Councilmember Baki?
Yes.
Councilmember Teeth?
Yes.
Alright, motion passes, thank you guys. Alright, item 4.10, looks like we have another ordinance tonight. And Councilmember Pringle, if you can read this by title.
An ordinance declaring that East Grant Avenue, South Apple Street, and East Cherry Street in the village of Georgetown shall be designated as one-way streets around the courthouse square and declaring an emergency.
Alright, Travis, coming your way.
So we had touched on this, at the last meeting, so what we would like to do is, obviously, we have to declare the three streets around the square, as one way before the detours are opened back up, so that's part of this, and then the other we had talked about in the last meeting is continuing that one way down the hill on East Grant to the bottom of the hill to, Water Street. And again, the purpose for that is so that we can allow for parking down that street, because part of this project was to connect the streetscape with the historic sites at the bottom of the hill, and that required some widening of the sidewalk, partially just to allow for that, and then partially because some of those businesses have steps that come down the front, and to make that ADA compliant, we needed a wider path. So because of that, we lost parking down the hill there, and this will recover most of that parking. So they'll be able to park. We'll decide, I think it'll be on the north side of East Grant going down the hill. We'll allow for the most parking with this as one way.
Do you have any thoughts on making, the two additional streets, for example, the one that goes from, the side of the hardware store back to the post office? Have you had any complaints or any thoughts on that street plus the one on the other side? Because I feel like they kind of bottleneck at times.
So we're talking about,
Is it West Grant, would it be, so it's definitely East Grant, but on the other side of Maine, is it West Grant, I'm assuming?
yeah, so on the, like between the hardware store and the Masonic Lodge.
Yes.
So our goal with, certainly that stop bar will be moved back probably 15 feet, so that people can make that turn, without being affected. But yeah, potentially in the future, we may consider making that one way.
Okay.
We'll have to see how that plays out, but that stop bar will definitely be moved back. We are replacing the sidewalk on both sides back to that alley, because there's some water issues in that section. So while we're doing this project, we're paving that, and then we're replacing those sidewalks on either side.
I was just curious, because I've seen that, but I also realize when the main street opens back up, it takes a lot of the bigger vehicles, they won't be going that way, but.
Yeah, and I think part of this will be an education to try to get large vehicles to maybe go to the light
Mhm.
and come straight in instead
Yeah.
of cutting up Crane,
Yeah.
because it's going to be different there.
I mean, I turn right there all the time from Maine onto West Grant
Yeah.
to go into park at the hardware store with my big truck. And if you pull up to the stop if you pull up to that intersection right now, I can't turn. I can't turn even in a truck without a trailer, I can't turn that corner, so.
If there's a car parked.
If there's a car at the light, and if they, unless, like you said, 15 feet, 20 feet, something, they're gonna have to stop further back in order for anybody to make that turn, it's too tight, and I don't, cause it would probably be too late to ask to make that sidewalk bump out smaller, but that's gonna get run over an awful lot, but it is tight right there, I will say that.
And maybe what we can do is earmark that, kind of as Travis, I think, has with, maybe when they're finished, and if they move the stop back further, then maybe that's gonna, that plus the main street being back open will
Right.
cut back. But I think it is something that we could come back to at any point in the future, right, Travis?
Yeah, I think so. I think by next spring we'll know whether we can make that or not.
And would we make it one way starting at the Cherry?
Pleasant.
The
Yeah,
Pleasant,
Pleasant.
the very,
Pleasant into the square. I think
Right.
It would be, east, right?
Yeah.
East end.
Definitely something to keep our eyes on. What do you guys think about, the ordinance that's put in front of you, with making all the, we've got to designate those streets one way around the square and going down the hill, sounds like is what Travis wants to do.
Yeah, the nice thing about that is people always park their own way in front of the post office anyway. This will just allow for that. It'll be an appropriate thing.
What I did realize though is if one person takes, so on the left side of the post office, if somebody takes that middle spot, it's very difficult to park behind that car or in front of that car. So definitely having more parking spots by making it one way.
cause now there's curbs, right?
Yeah,
Before there wasn't curbs, so a
Right.
big truck like me, I just drive up onto the sidewalk and get myself where I need be and park.
Sounds like we need a police follow you around.
yeah,
So now that there's curbs, it's hard to do that now.
yeah.
I'm not saying I park on the sidewalk, I just used it to get up farther. Of course, there used to be some giant holes up there too, so.
All right,
And how far down will the parking potentially go down the hill? Quite a ways past Barney's place?
Yeah, I think so. I think we could bid several parking spots
I
from there.
mean, can they go all the way down to the boyhood home?
Close to it, and you can't block, we can't get too close to that intersection down there, but yeah, I think so.
I feel like if we're gonna make it one way, then
That's the point.
the residents would be, they wanna see all kinds of parking spots. And if we're gonna turn it to one way.
And now, there'll still be parking on across the street from the post office, correct?
In some places, there will be enough room for, yes, both sides.
Up top there.
Yeah.
Are those personal properties there on that side or not? Across
So
from the post
anything,
office?
the parking spot's public.
I mean, it's right, I didn't know if several people resided there and they use that as a
They do,
regular
yeah,
basis,
But
so.
technically, it's public parking,
Okay.
in the street side.
all right, what are we doing here, guys?
I'll make a motion that we, make it one way, declare them one way.
Councilmember Rings made a motion, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second provided by Councilmember Baki, any additional comments? Tara, roll call.
Councilmember Pringle? Yes. Councilmember Hicks?
Yes.
Councilmember Jones?
Yes.
Councilmember Ring?
Yes.
Councilmember Baki?
Yes.
Councilmember Keith?
Yes.
All right, motion passes. Thank you, guys.
We're gonna put a lot of stress on Sean for that.
Sean's gonna be proactive and he'll be down there helping people, right?
That's fine.
Yes. All right, lost my place. Give me a second. There we are. We have another ordinance in front of us, and that's item 4.11. Councilmember Pringle, can you read this by title? Oh, we apologize. We need an ordinance number for 4.10.
For the supplemental, it's 1422, 1422. For the one-way, it's 1423, 1423.
We're really slacking tonight, sorry guys. All right, so we are moving on to item 4.11. And Councilmember Pringle, if you can read that by title.
An ordinance authorizing the sale, disposal, or transfer of personal property from the village of Georgetown and waiving a second reading.
All right, Travis,
I would defer this one to the chief.
Chief.
Yes, Chief Hunter from Aberdeen Police Department contacted us, wanted to know if we had any extra tasers that we would be willing to sell or donate. They have some currently new model tasers that they're struggling with down there. We got blessed with a big donation of tasers from Loveland, so we have about 32 that we'll never use other than for replacing. So we've been put in a position where we're able to help another agency, as well as they are going to trade us 4 of their newer model tasers for 8 of our old tasers. So it's actually a benefit to us. However, I was just going to donate them outright. So it kind of worked out to help them out. We've got many thousands of dollars of donations donated to us over the years, so it's kind of nice to be able to give back a little bit. Which is also on that ordinance is 2 body cameras for the dog warden. We go out with them consistently on calls, and we've seen that they don't have any body cams or probably don't have the budget to buy it. And we had some extra older models that were sitting back there. And it'd be nice for them to be able to document what they got going on. They go on some pretty violent calls with dogs and stuff, if you can imagine. So they're really appreciative of that as well. So I put 2 cameras on there to donate to them.
Good.
When a taser is deployed, is it a one-use thing, or can they be?
They're reloadable.
You guys do that, or do they have to be sent out to do that?
No, it's just a cartridge.
Oh, okay.
Questions, comments?
Yeah. Why are we waiving a second reading on this?
So that we can go ahead, my understanding was you wanted to go ahead and give that to them now, is that correct? So I didn't declare an emergency, but we went ahead and waived the second reading so that time can begin to move.
Additional comments?
There's not a problem with not having a second reading on it.
It's something you can do. If you prefer to have a second reading, it would just mean at the next meeting you read it again. Yeah, my understanding was that you were going to try to do this transaction sooner than later. That's the only reason I did that.
Additional comments?
I make a motion to approve.
Councilmember Jones has made a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Second, provided by Councilmember Hicks. All right, Tara, roll call.
Councilmember Pringle,
Yes.
Councilmember Hicks,
Yes.
Councilmember Jones,
Yes.
Councilmember Ring,
Yes.
Councilmember Baki,
Yes.
Councilmember Keith.
Yes.
All right, motion passes, and that is ordinance number
1424, 1424.
1424. All right.
And then Mayor, on 412, we'll just do that at the next meeting. I failed to replace the placeholder with the actual legislation. So there's not an urgent time frame on that, so that can wait till next meeting.
All right, do we need a
It should be,
motion?
it's attached. They have it.
Oh, they have it?
Yeah, I just updated the minutes title instead of the agenda title.
Oh, I see, okay.
They should still have it.
All right,
You guys have it? Never mind, they don't have it.
Okay.
That's my bad.
It's fine, no, we'll do that at the next meeting.
Do we need any motion to do anything, or just skip over it?
No, we can just skip over it
Skip
because it's
over.
not there.
Okay. Let's see, do we want to go into executive session next, or?
Doesn't matter.
That's okay.
Okay, let's go ahead and we have an executive session for tonight, so, if someone could take us into that, that would be greatly appreciated.
Make a motion to enter into executive session pursuant to Ohio Revised Code, section 121.22G2 to discuss the sale or purchase of property.
Councilmember Bakis made the motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second provided by Councilmember Jones. Tara, roll call.
Councilmember Pringle?
Yes.
Councilmember Hicks?
Yes.
Councilmember Jones?
Yes.
Councilmember Ring?
Yes.
Councilmember Baki?
Yes.
Councilmember Keith?
Yes.
Alright, so we are going into executive session. We will stay in this room and we will wait for Travis to